What's up, YouTube? Back at the 2012 Subaru Forester. Now, I'm changing the thermostat and the lower and upper radiator hoses. But upon taking the thermostat off, I realized that this coolant bypass line is all rusted. So I'm actually going to change that. So I figure I'll make a quick video showing you guys, just in case you want to try it yourself. If you run into this problem, you want to try to change it. So first I got to take the clamps off, the hose clamps off. And there you go, I just took this one off. Then you're going to want to come up top on the driver's side, and you're going to look down between these wires, and you're going to, well, between these hoses, you're going to see two more clamps. We have one here, one there, and this hose normally sit like so, but I just moved it out of the way, hook it on that piece, and we want to take those two clamps off. Before we do that though, I find it easier if we take the air duct off. So I'll remove that and let you guys see. Now it's held on by two clamps. It's one here that goes on the throttle body, and the other one on the air box. And then here we have the hose that goes to it. Back this clamp off, pull the hose off, and then the whole box comes out. So I got the clamp off, hose off, and you just take the whole box out. So now we have all this room to operate. So now I got the two clamps backed off. There's a third one right here. You just want to, you could pinch it or get a screwdriver and get in there, pop it out. Well, actually you need a pliers to get in there. Get that clamp, squeeze, pull up. Could pull that hose off. Put this one back right here, or just find some means of bending the AC hose out of the way. And here's where you need the screwdriver, a long screwdriver or a pry bar, and you want to get down on this hose and you want to pry it off, but be very careful that you're not bracing against the lines. You just want to kind of get under there and loosen it up a little bit. Maybe even grab a plier, something like so. And you may want to get it on there. Like so. And just twist the hose back and forth. Make sure it's loose. Do the same for the other one. And then you take those two hoses off. And there, we got both of them off. So now the line is free of hoses, top and bottom. Now if you look right here, you see that bolt right there. That's a 10mm bolt. This is a metal line, so that bolt holds the line on the engine. and that's the one up top. Then there's one at the bottom, this one right here, that holds the pipe. So we're gonna take those two bolts out, that one and the one up top. So as you can see, I got the top one out. Well, I got both out. So the top one's out. Now the line is moving freely. The bottom one is also out. Now this line is kind of tricky. It comes out through the side here between the frame and the side of the engine. So to get it out is not easy. So there's another thing that you got to do, which is I got to loosen up the, get a good shot here. I got to loose the engine mount bolt, on both sides. Do it on this side, driver's side, and on the passenger side. Now you don't have to take those nuts off all the way. You just got to back it out a little bit. I had these loosened already, and on the driver's side I had that loosened already. So once and these bolts sits directly on that cross beam right by the exhaust manifold. Hose with line rechanging, the bolt. The same on the other side. Okay, now you could do your own research to determine the best spots to lift the engine, but we're only lifting it maybe an inch, maybe less than an inch actually. So I have my jack under it. I put a few blocks of wood just to kind of even out the pressure that it's going to put, and I just put my jack right on the exhaust manifold shield. It's not actually touching the manifold, it's on the shield, but that's strong enough to get you enough room to get that hose out. So once I have it like that, then I'm gonna start lifting slowly. And you could see it raised a little bit. Now it raised enough so now I could slide the pipe. Now I could slide the pipe from under the engine up the side, and from here is where it takes a little patience. Now you gotta kind of wiggle it, maneuver it until you get it out. So as you can see, I'm back up top. You see the pipe here, follow it all the way back. So if I reach in and grab the back, and I could maneuver it. And like I said, slow and steady, patience, but you will be able to get it out. And just be careful of the wires on the starter. I unclip the that power wire coming from the battery. Oh, and also what I forgot to mention in the front of the video, the beginning of the video, was to make sure you disconnect your battery terminals, because the positive wire is going to be in the way, so you gotta move it out of the way, and then trying to do this with one hand here, but you gotta work it until you get the line out. There you go. And I actually did that in real time, so I didn't edit that part of the video. And that's what the line looks like. See, it was all rusted. Probably was still good, but hey, I was there anyway, so I figure might as well change it. Because I know these lines, if they gets clogged up, then you could have overheating issues. So in case you gotta buy it, this is a 2012 Forester Premium, and that's what the line looks like. In case you want to order a line before you change it, have an idea what it looks like. Now installation is just the reverse. I didn't get my new line yet. I gotta pick that up tomorrow, but it's just the reverse. You want to slide it in past all the wires and hoses, and once you get it in, once you get it past, like so, see, it's already down there. So then all you got to do is drop it in, and make sure when you put it back in, you put the 2 bolts that hold the line in, put the bolts in before you drop the engine, so you make sure it's lined up where it should be. And then you drop the engine back down, what, a ½ inch or so. It's gonna seat right back where it was, and from there you tighten your bolts back up, and everything will be good and ready. Now don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.